Not all of you will get this reference, but I feel I must say, I feel a lot like the character Josie in the movie Never Been Kissed that came out in 1999. If you've never seen the movie, come see me later and I'll give you the quotes verbatim from the movie. Okay, here we go. As I mentioned, the primary focus of Face Off for Scleroderma is to bring awareness and funding for scleroderma. But I believe this campaign can shed light on so many different issues that are universal struggles for so many of us. One challenge that has come up a lot for me in my life is the notion that we can't allow others to discourage us or lead us to believe that our dream is an impossibility. When I suffered from grave medical complications in 2006, I was taken in for exploratory surgery and ended up having an emergency colectomy. The doctors told my family my chances for survival were slim, and I most definitely would not wake up for at least 48 hours due to the heavy sedation I was under. The next morning, less than 12 hours post-op, I woke up to discover I was intubated and couldn't speak. I banged wildly on the ICU bed rails to get the attention of the nurses, who could not understand how on earth I could possibly be awake. As I remained motionless in an ICU bed for many months, I slowly became so deconditioned that I was essentially paralyzed from the neck down. I was told I may never walk again, and if I did, it would be only with an assisted device, like a walker or cane. While in the hospital, I didn't eat or drink for over 4 months, and was informed if I did make it out, I would probably need to be on TPN, an alternative source of nourishment, for the rest of my life. During my illness, I had a tracheotomy placed in my throat to help me breathe. Doctors said that I would most likely need it for the rest of my life. But here I am today, with no tracheotomy, no walker, no cane, and no bag of TPN, hoping that I'd win the Carol's Cookies basket from the raffle. The universal message here is this: don't ever underestimate the strength of the human spirit, the power of love and support from friends and family, or the notion that your life adds value to the universe and is always worth fighting for. Another hurdle I faced in life is allowing others to make me feel powerless and accuse them of stifling my voice. I was literally robbed of my voice for many months due to a tracheotomy that prevented me from speaking. After my remarkable recovery, I slowly discovered that no one can steal your voice from you unless you let them. We don't need to wait for someone else to speak out on our behalf. Let's use our most powerful tool, our voice, to bring about positive change and action. I'm sure it's pretty obvious that I've struggled with my outward appearance for most of my life. But I thought coming here today with my Lululemon headband and Lululemon yoga pants would help me fit right in. That's a shameless plug for my article, The Lure of the Lulu, now on the Huffington Post. It's been very hard to deal with stares, questioning eyes, and lingering glances since the age of 10. Much of how others perceive us is based off of first impressions, which are heavily rooted in how we look. I know this campaign won't change that, but I'm hoping it will inspire people to look past first impressions and ask themselves this question: so what? So what if I'm meeting Lisa Goodman Healthband for the first time and notice she has red spots all over, bony hands, and strange contracted arms? What does that really tell me about who she is as a person, especially on the inside? Is appearance important in society? Of course it is, and I'm not naive enough to think otherwise. But let's not let the reflection in the mirror define our self-worth, our self-esteem, or what we have to offer the world. We also need to ask ourselves, so what, when we look in the mirror, and not be so hard on ourselves. There is no such thing as perfection. I hope this campaign will inspire others to stop chasing something that doesn't exist. Throughout my life, I've tried to view my circumstances and the world with optimism. Don't get me wrong, there have been many times where I've succumbed to negativity, depression, and rage in regards to my illness and other personal obstacles I've faced. Yet I've always tried to cling to the philosophy that there are more good people than bad, more kindness than cruelty, and more compassion than animosity. I've seen a lot of this lately as my story has unfolded. I was terrified to post my naked face on my blog. And what a blow to then receive a response telling me this image would receive high negative feedback. In the over 600 shares that just that one article garnered, I didn't receive one negative comment about my face. When I wrote my second blog on the topic, following Facebook's automated rejection, I honestly shared how I reacted to the rejection and was expecting some nasty comments about how I was just being a big crybaby. I received no such comments. I keep saying the support I've been given has renewed my faith in humanity. So guys, today is the day. Today is the day we lead by example, the day that we prove there is more good in the world than bad, and demonstrate the importance of acceptance versus rejection, embracing versus shunning. I am thrilled you are here with me to help launch Face Off for Scleroderma.